So, part two of the story of finding my dad. So let me go straight into it. Yeah, so he took me, walked me back to the hotel. I told my brother and sisters, I rang him up, and I was like, I found this dad, I can't believe I found it. They were like, no, screaming and screaming, and it was an amazing thing. Like, what's he like? It was like, it's everything I thought it was going to be, because I knew it was going to be a decent person. I hoped he was, because I wondered where, like, you know, why he was so different. And obviously it was through my daddy had a heart of gold, and I'd been told that from my granddad and other people who knew my dad when he was in England. So, yeah, and then I got a little bit sad then, because I thought, did he want me to find him? Did he really want me to find him? I've just come out of blue after 25 years and found him. Also, I've got two Spanish sisters. I've got two sisters, Jessica and Maria, which I was told about, which is crazy. And, yeah. So I got a bit sad, and I'm like, did he want me to find him? Anyway, morning came and got a phone call reception. This guy who was sat at this bar who walked to us, who didn't look right, you know, the best of dressed people, turned up in a suit, all his jewellery on, hair done, after shaved off into eyeballs, smelling good, looking good. He's like, my son. And we're like, wow. And he took me all around the town and showing me off to people. He said, my son, he found me after 25 years, you know, explaining to everybody. Everyone's going, wappa, hey, wappa, everywhere. It was crazy. He was stopping me, grabbing me, going, when I was trying to walk through, you know, to the road, he's going, you be careful, my son, you be careful. You listen to your father. Which is like, what? I've never had anyone say out like that. You listen to your father, which is like surreal moments. So, unfortunately, I had to go back to England because we was only there 4 days. So it was a good ending. But I did go back to Barcelona not long after, pick him up, bring him back to England, where he met all my brothers and sisters. And stayed with us for quite a bit. Now, back then, I from my brother dying, I built my business back up. I was married, I had a daughter, and expected my second daughter, and yeah, things were good back then, and then my dad went back, and then not long after, my little nephew died, my sister's son. He was only 1 year, just not even 1 year old, bless him. And my mum was going through some difficult times, let's say, and me and my mother kind of fell out because she drunk. She was an alcoholic, so I couldn't bear to see her drinking, and I know if she carried on drinking, she wouldn't have long to live, which I was told. I knew that, and I couldn't bear it, so we kind of, at the end, towards the end, we kind of fell out. I didn't want to see her drinking, and I wouldn't want my daughter seeing that, and I thought I'd teach her a lesson, and she would stop. And then next thing you know, she bloody died, didn't she? I got a phone call of my brother and saying she was dead, and I went up and she was there on the bed, bless her, and the guilt because of all of that, and it was just before my 30th birthday. I was supposed to go to Zante, which were arranged, and I did. Well, my ex-wife went, just go to Zante, try clear your head, you know. So I did. Worst mistake ever. Because what I did when I went to Zante, because it was the final nail in the coffin with my mum dying, with my nephew and my brother dying, and all my life, and then finding my mate who committed suicide, it all just hit me like a ton of bricks, like, this is reality, and I'm like, fuck, scared me to death. I went over to, and the guilt and everything else with my mum, I just couldn't cope with it. I end up getting as soon as I got there, pint of shots, pint of spirits, down that. It was just it was a way of trying to commit suicide in regards to not giving a fuck and seeing how far. Grandma coke in one, and that was it. I kept doing that, and I just couldn't cope with it. I had to come back to England then, and that was it. With reality, I didn't go home. I didn't go back to my wife and child and my house and everything else. I just couldn't deal with it. I ended up going out and going to parties and just couldn't deal with anything, and just taking every drug that you could take just to not deal with. I'm pushing myself, staying up for like 7 days, taking drugs, staying up for 5 days, staying up all the time, not going home. And not able to deal with it, not knowing how to deal with it, and just, you know, it was just the worst thing ever. And then before you know it, divorced, lost my children in regards to in and out of court because of my actions, lost my businesses, lost absolutely everything because I couldn't deal with it, because I just took that way out of drinking and drugs. And 10 years have passed. 10 years have passed now, and I've been just up and down like that, and and then I got that phone call. Got the phone call off one of my sisters that my dad had got cancer. So 25 years I didn't see my dad. Then I see my dad all up and doing it, and then my mum and little nephew passed away, and then all of the suicides of my friends as well. That was all going on. And me trying to commit suicide, quite a few attempts in that time. Such an hard time. I was so embarrassed. And I didn't, before you knew it, about seeing my dad, because I lost everything, didn't I? I lost my house, I lost my wife, I lost everything that I had when I found him, and then I just couldn't speak to him, and then it was just easier to shut everything else off. That's what you do, shut everything off in your life, and just go into a little hole, and just self-destruction, which I did for 10 years, and then my dad got cancer then. So I'm like, what the hell? And that was just another thing. So I had to go over to Spain last year. I went over to Spain and met my two sisters, met my dad again. We're all great. So, now I deal with my life. Now I've come from all of that, so much more, which you probably know. But that's how I got to where I am. I'm going to go over to Spain and see my sisters again and see my dad. He's in recovery, so he's okay. He's with us. And my life's okay. It's never going to go back down there. And I'm proud to say I'm proud of myself for getting to where I've got to. But look where it took me. Can you see what happened? Did I have to go through all of that? Did I have to do that if I'd just dealt with it? I couldn't deal with my mental health. I've realised I've got a mental illness, all of the things. But now I know. Now I deal with it. Now I change my lifestyle. Now my lifestyle choices. I can actually live my life, and I'm going to be proud and go see my dad, and I'm sure he's going to be proud of me, and my sisters are, and that's there's some ups and downs there for you, isn't it? But we got there in the end. We got here in the end. The end.